on the sort of consumer side? Because some sort of consumer behavior must have changed during the years. Because back then, like you mentioned, mojitos, cosmopolitans as being the most best-selling drinks. But today, I mean, we did a survey on Baren where all the bars actually agreed that old-fashioned was the most best-selling drink right now, and which is interesting.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's a lot of things is of course the strong bartenders who's been keep educating the guests, which I think is so cool. It's a long investment. We've been part of it as well, but we're also trying to keep true that I still remember the first Paris bar show where there was a discussion about the mojito, and some of the best bars said like, we don't serve it. It's like, it's a classic, of course you serve it, then you just have to make the best mojito you ever made and then convince the guest that maybe you should try something else next time. So it's to me, that's like what happened. People, they started trusting in the bars and the bartenders, so they became more adventurous. Which I think is the cool thing is in Denmark, people are very adventurous, Also, I think we're being better at finding the right palates for them now.
How do you see it today?
That's fantastic, cocktails it's not only about the good bars who created the scene, it's also about, it's a world thing. People want cocktails, it's fantastic, it's the golden years once again. I think the scene is good, and there's still a lot of holes in the market. We need to, it needs to be you should be able to get a cocktail in a good restaurant. Why not?
Do you see that as a sort of not a threat, but as a big competition to what you're doing?
No, not at all. The more often people get exposed to cocktail, the more often they'll drink it. As we just look upon like simple trends, like did people even know that last year at the Super Bowl in the US, cocktails were served for the first time at the VIP lounge, and the VIP lounge is 14,000 people. So it's. I would love to go to Parken and watch a football match and be able to sit there with a Negroni. Now I think we need to kind of emphasize the scene in Copenhagen, make it more internationally recognized. Very much important. And that's it. If I had that golden key to do that, we're trying to do it hard with the.
Yeah, you're actually, especially both Ruby and Luca, but you're actually really aggressive in going out, visiting bar shows and doing pop-up bars.
We're trying to use the network we have, which we established very early, which was fantastic. And then I think it's very important that we get some more attention. There's a lot of guides, and people have started opening up their eyes for the bars in Copenhagen. I think it's very important. And then I think it will come, and then I think as I sense the bars are getting together in kind of a union and trying to create something special. And the good thing, we have the blessing of Sprit & Co. and the major brand owners as well. So I think we'll just work strong, and I think it's a very important thing. And we as Ruby, saying that, we take the responsibility of doing that as well.
Definitely.
We're gonna try and fight for doing it even better. So I think it's just to stabilize the quality. I think it's very important, and that means a lot of new good bartenders.
What is your advice to the 20-year-old bartenders out there?
That's always good. I mean, we do have a lot of applications, which I like. So please, keep applying. First rule is, if you become the best bartender in the bar you work at, you should find somewhere else. Saying. Not if you work at Ruby and Luke though. You should always be challenged or have somebody to look up at, especially as a young bartender. Then move places where you get to do something, So quick hands is so important, And it could even be just serving a lot of tap beers, but it'll still give you the service, being there, a place that appreciate you doing a good service. And I think to me, that's of course, it's me being old. There is like a generation gap, I feel, especially about the knowledge. Knowledge today is often received on the internet, like now where we're talking. I think read books, because it's a good thing to read books. Nothing has ever gone wrong in reading book. There's so many great cocktail books coming out every year. So read some books, they'll give you some great information that you don't need. and then of course go out to bars and watch what they do and find a place, and then just keep on knocking on the doors and then be ready for it. I mean, it's about studying hard and work hard.